Hey friends, before this episode begins, I want to give you a quick content warning. What you're about to hear is raw, it's honest, it's emotional. This episode dives deep into the experience of addiction from the perspective of the addict. It includes references to substance use, relapse, trauma, and loss. And it may be triggering for some listeners, especially those who are in recovery or who've lost someone to addiction. If that's you, please know it's okay to pause, to step back, to take care of your heart. Come back when you're ready. This story isn't going anywhere, and neither are we. We want you safe. We want you supported. We want you here. This story matters. And so do you. Now, let's begin. You are now listening to Season 2 of That's Life, a One Love Media production. Now here is your host, Kyle Fields.
Hello, my name is Kyle, and I'm an addict. My drug of choice is cocaine. It has been 670 days since my last relapse. And while some days have been more trying than others, I look at my accomplishments with pride. I look at the life I made versus the life I had while using. But while I celebrate my sobriety, there are many, who don't consider it an achievement. They look at me and say, so should I celebrate the fact that I never touched stuff like that? Not realizing that their snide and arrogant comment could very well send me into a relapse. But I can't allow that to happen, because the same person who pushed me to relapse will be the same person who says addicts can't change and shouldn't be trusted. Like them stopping at a gas station every day after work to buy scratch-offs they never win, saying to themselves, I know I'll win next time, and when they win $5, serotonin sprays their brain with happy juice so they spend $20 more just to lose it all. Or the drunk who needs just one more drink, or the womanizers, the people who stand in line for 45 minutes at Starbucks for that one drink. It's all an addiction. Yours is just legal, so therefore you feel the need to be holier than thou. And before you tell me there's a difference, I'm gonna need you to just shut the fuck up. Until you've been cast out, talked about, looked down on, called a liar, and told you'd never change, you don't have an opinion on this. Oh, hey, hi, welcome to Season 2. You thought it would be more soft, fluffy topics like Season 1? You must not know me or my amazing writer. You never forget the first time. And I'm not talking about that one thing that happens behind closed doors that you feel ashamed because it happened too quickly the first time. No, I'm talking about the first time the drug hits. The first time it drowns out the noise, silences the pain, fills every empty part of you that you didn't even know was empty until you felt what numb felt like. For me, it was cocaine. And let me tell you, when that high hit, it wasn't euphoria. It was relief, like finally exhaling after holding your breath for years. That's what made it dangerous. I wasn't chasing fun. I was running from everything that hurt, from every memory, every doubt, every scar I carried like baggage no one could see. See, people on the outside think addicts are chasing pleasure, but the truth? Most of us are chasing escape. And when that first high gives you a taste of silence, of peace, however artificial, it's over. Your brain now knows there's a shortcut, and that shortcut becomes your map, and then it becomes your master, because here's what they don't show you in DARE class. Addiction isn't a switch you flip. It's a slow, sinking crawl. One hit becomes two. Two becomes every week, and every weekend becomes I need this to function, and somewhere along the line, you stop recognizing the person in the mirror. But you keep going, because now you're not just numbing pain, you're numbing shame, you're hiding from the very addiction you built to hide from everything else. It's a vicious, suffocating loop, and let's not forget the lies. The lies you tell others, sure, but mostly the ones you tell yourself, like, I'm still in control, this is the last time, I can stop whenever I want to. You say it so often, you almost start to believe it. Almost. Until the bottom falls out. For some, that bottom is losing their job. For others, it's losing a marriage, a home, custody of their kids. For me, it was losing all of that, plus my freedom, my dignity, my name, things I'd never imagined I'd have to earn back. But even at your lowest, when everything's broken, there's still this tiny, stubborn voice that says, you're still here. And that voice, that's where recovery starts. It's not some inspirational moment with swelling music and a dramatic montage. It's usually ugly, quiet, shaky. It's waking up on a bathroom floor saying, I can't do this anymore, and meaning it. It's realizing the people who told you you'd never change might not be right. It's realizing that maybe, just maybe, you're still worth saving. And let me tell you something. If you've never been there, don't judge the people who have. Addiction doesn't come with an instruction manual, but it always comes with pain. Sometimes that pain's from trauma, sometimes it's from loneliness, sometimes it's just life being life, but whatever it is, we don't choose to be addicts, we just stop knowing how to be anything else. Here's something most people don't understand. Addiction doesn't always feel like a monster. At first, it feels like a friend. It's there when no one else is. It doesn't judge you. It doesn't question you. It numbs you. And that's the most dangerous part. It works. Until it doesn't. You tell yourself this thing is helping you cope, but the truth is it's digging the hole you're standing in and then handing you the shovel to keep going. You start lying to people, making excuses, skipping birthdays, calling in sick, saying you just need a few days to rest. But really, you're chasing something that stopped feeling good a long time ago. Now it's just survival. The worst part isn't even the destruction. It's how you start to accept it as normal. Relationships break, jobs disappear, people stop calling. You ghost your own life like it's someone else's problem. And then you don't stop. You just get better at hiding it. You become a master of the mask, because if people saw what was really going on, the pain, the loss, the shame, you're terrified they'd walk away. And here's the twist, some of them do. Not because they don't love you, but because they're exhausted. Because addiction doesn't just drain you, it drains everyone who loves you too. And still, even in all of that chaos, there's a part of you that keeps reaching for the thing that is killing you, because it's all you know, because it works until it doesn't. Because if you stop now you have to feel everything. And baby, everything is a lot. You don't wake up one day and say, I'm going to destroy my life today. It's little decisions, little compromises, moments where pain meets opportunity and your brain says, let's not feel that today. And slowly, your world shrinks, your dreams become blurry, your priorities twist into survival mode. And the only constant is that craving, that gnawing, clawing voice in your head that tells you it's the only thing that'll make the pain stop, even though it's the very thing that's caused the pain to begin with. That's the trap. That's the cycle. That is the lie. And breaking it, that takes everything you've got and then more. It takes help because no one beats this alone. But here's the thing. Once you realize it's a lie, once you understand that you're not the failure, the addiction is, you finally get to see the truth. And the truth is this. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not beyond repair. You're sick, and sick people deserve to get better. People always love to ask, what was your rock bottom? They expect some dramatic story, cops, ambulances, losing everything in one final explosion. And sometimes, yeah, it is like that. But other times, rock bottom is quiet. It's waking up in a place you don't recognize, next to people you don't remember, wondering what day it is and not really caring. It's your phone ringing and you already know it's someone you owe an apology to, but you don't answer because you've used up every version of I'm sorry you've got. It's sitting in your car in the middle of the night, staring out the windshield, asking God if this is it, if this is all your life is ever going to be. It's realizing the person you were before this. You don't know how to get them back. And the person you become, you can't stand them anymore. Rock bottom is when the numbness wears off and the full weight of your pain hits you like a freight train and you can't run anymore. But here's what they don't tell you. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's the beginning. It is the moment you either give in or get up, and that's where the fight really starts. It's not glamorous. There's no music. There's no breakthrough montage. It's messy. It's hard. It's detoxing while your brain screams at you to use again. It's shaking, sweating, crying. It's calling people you burned and asking for help you don't think you deserve. It's going to a meeting or walking into a rehab or praying in a jail cell and saying, God, if you're real, I need you. It's learning how to sit with the pain instead of running from it. It's facing your own reflection and forgiving the person staring back. It's one day, then it's one more, then it's another, until eventually you realize you're starting to want to live again, not survive, live. You start remembering what joy feels like, what hope feels like. You stop measuring time in hours till your next high and start measuring it in days since your last one. You celebrate the small wins, waking up clear-headed, showing up for your kids, not lying for once. And even when you fail, because yeah, sometimes you do, you don't stay there. Because now you know it is possible to rise. And let me tell you something. I wish someone would have told me sooner. You are allowed to rebuild. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to come back from the dead and write a new ending. You're allowed to be more than what you were at your lowest because you were never meant to stay there. Recovering isn't pretty. It's not some shiny finish line where you suddenly become this perfect, healed, always smiling version of yourself. Recovery is a war zone, and every day you choose to stay clean, that's a battle won. People love a good comeback story, but what they don't see is the quiet grind of it. The 3 a.m. cravings, that awkward small talk at meetings, the learning how to feel again without checking out. You start over, not just with your sobriety, but with everything. How you talk, how you think, who you trust, how you love. You have to rebuild your identity brick by brick, and this time no shortcuts, no masking, just you, raw and real. And it's terrifying, because when you've lived in addiction long enough, chaos becomes comfortable, pain becomes familiar, peace, that's foreign. But you go anyway. You go shaking, you go crying, you go angry, but you go. Because something in you knows this time has to be different. You start making amends, not just to the people you hurt, but to yourself. You learn how to sit with emotions without running from them. You start letting people love you, really love you. You start to believe that maybe, just maybe, you're worth loving again. And slowly, your story shifts. You stop becoming the addict. You become the survivor, the fighter, the one who got up when everybody counted you out. And let me tell you something. If you're listening to this right now and you're in it, whether you're on day 1 or day 100 or day 1000, I see you. I know that way, and I am here to tell you, you are not alone. Your past doesn't disqualify you from a future. Your mistakes don't cancel your purpose, and your addiction doesn't define you. Your recovery does. You don't have to be who you were. You get to become someone new. You get to choose healing. You get to live. And you don't owe anyone an explanation for why you chose to survive. You just keep going. And while we talk about recovery and becoming someone new, we've got to talk about the reality that not everyone makes it. Sometimes the relapse wins. Sometimes it's one more hit, one more high, one more time trying to chase the silence, and they never come back. It's the call you hoped you'd never get. The moment you realize the person you loved is gone. It's candles at a vigil, a name on a shirt, an empty seat at a table, and all that's left are the memories and the what ifs. And that hurts in a way that words don't even touch. I lost someone I loved deeply to addiction. Her name was Mary. She was everything. Beautiful, talented, wild, full of life. But her last relapse was her last anything. She didn't get the second chance. She didn't get the recovery arc. She became another name added to a statistic that shouldn't even exist. So if you're listening right now and you're thinking about using again, I need you to hear me. Don't. Please don't. Because your story's not over. Because the people who love you want you here. Because someone somewhere is praying that you'll make it. And if you've lost someone to addiction, I see you too. I grieve with you. This episode, this season, this whole damn show, it's for them. The ones who tried, the ones who hurt, the ones who fought as long as they could. We will carry their names, we will speak their truth, and we will fight like hell for the ones still here. So before we go, I want to leave you with a prayer that has carried millions of us through recovery. A prayer for peace, for strength, and for clarity in a world that rarely makes sense. If you know it, let's say it together, out loud, in your heart, wherever you are. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Next week, we take a look at the other side. Because addiction doesn't just destroy the life of the person using it, it wrecks everything in its orbit. Parents, partners, children, friends, people who love someone in active addiction and don't know if they should hold on or let go. Episode 2 will be addiction through the eyes of those who love us. It's going to hurt, but it's going to heal too. And if no one has told you lately, you're not alone. You are not broken, and your story is not over. And as always, until next time, do you, but do it with love and affection. I'm Kyle Fields, and that's life.
Season 2 of That's Life is hosted and researched by Kyle Fields and written by Mary Rodriguez. Production and editing by One Love Media. All rights reserved. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this show and all One Love Media productions.